my channel. Hey yo, listen up, yeah. Hey yo, the wireless woman.
You in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay.
All right. Hey, yo. Welcome back, Wi-Fi's, to yet another underground transmission of the Wireless Woman. Go ahead and do me that favor. On your way in and like this video. You know, when you like it, I love it. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And click the bell for notifications of when I go live and when I upload new content. Also, for my Wi-Fi's, the ones that are day ones that really rock with me, I need you to begin to share this content. Some of it I already know isn't going to resonate with everyone, but I have structured my channel to where there should be something on here that someone needs to hear, and I would love it if you would share that with those people. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about how 50-50 is not going to cut it. So, today's economy is changing. It's changing drastically. You know, I work in finance. You know, I see it coming down the mountain, coming down the hill. And we're moving more and more towards a two-income society in America. It's just inevitable. I don't care if it's men living together, kids living with parents, roommates, married couples, multi-generational families. We gonna have to live and work together. That's just it. America is a capitalist nation, but we're moving more and more towards having to embrace socialist values, whether you like it, love it, or not. This is the reality of what's going on. But I had a live with my good friend Tiffany a couple weeks back, and she was talking about not wanting to go 50-50 with a person. She was saying that it needs to be 100-100. And I ain't gonna lie, when she said it, I was kind of like, But on this channel, I am all about having different perspectives, all of us coming to our conclusions based on new information. And I am not immune to that. I have opinions and views that are amenable because I don't desire to be a cult leader. I'm not here to keep us marching around and around the mountain. People have said that to me about my channel. They're like, if you would just do this, it would grow, which is weird because there are tons of people with all different types of channels. When it's time, we'll all know because it'll happen organically and automatically. You don't even do that in any other type of relationship. We got to be here doing this by this point. If you are doing that in a relationship, I don't think you're going to be wildly successful in it, but hey. So I'm building the channel organically, putting forward who I am as a person. There's a reason why the channel is called The Wireless Woman. I hope to be the first in a line of very many women who will embrace a wireless way of life, who will throw off the constraints of what society expects from them and be adaptable as we learn, as things change, because I feel that intuition, who we are fundamentally as women, we're the ones in society who have the license to change, to have many options available to us, to have variety be the spice of our lives. We change our hair, our body changes as we matriculate through life. And so I feel like it's really women's ability and job and duty to be the innovators, to be the ones who are, looking at where we're going in society and saying, you know what? Here is me coming in to say, yes, you're driving the bus. Yes, you are the bus driver. But I will be the navigator. I will read this map. I will keep us on track. And, up ahead, there's a detour that we could take that could potentially take us closer to our goal if we did it this way. I feel that is really the most optimal place for a woman to excel and to really be a helpmeet And that is what I feel we were created for. So that is the purpose of the channel. But for me personally, when I'm challenged on something I think, when I'm challenged on my views, things I think, beliefs that I hold, I go back in the lab and I say, okay, first of all, is this true? Whether it is or not, does the belief system I currently have still benefit me in this season, or is it time to change it? And I got to be honest, she had a point, because Black women benefit the least from marriages and our partnerships. And I'm finding it's because we don't actually go into them and go 50-50. If we were going 50-50, when someone takes their 50 away, you're in a real detrimental place. So statistics show that Black women who divorce are more likely than any other group of women, because of our lack of access to education, our lack of access to resources, because we get paid less than any other female group on a job. So if you are to go from, let's say, being a stay-at-home mother back into the workforce, your labor is worth less than every other group of women. So for reasons like this, because we haven't, as Black women, dealt with the gender pay gap, we don't ask for raises at the same rates that other groups of women do. We don't receive them when we do ask. These are the things that plunge Black women, especially as we get older, where over the course, over the life of a career, someone else is going to make tens and hundreds of thousands more dollars in the life of their career than we will. We're also more prone to abuses in the medical system, which is going to cause us also to have to take more leave to deal with more illnesses than other groups of women will. So all of these things come together and create factors wherein Black elderly women are more likely to live in poverty without a spouse. Because let's be honest, we're not going to have those spouses. We're not going to have the benefits of those decades and years of building with someone. So we can, especially if we divorce young or early, to live in poverty in our older years. So here's the thing that I'm finding. So even if we're in a situation where we're going 50-50 with someone, where 50% of their income is going into the household and 50% of our income is going into the household, if we're out earning that man and we're going 50-50 with them, more often than not, our 50% is going to represent a higher amount in that household than his contribution will. Now, this is problematic for several reasons, especially if we're doing unpaid labor in the household at a greater rate than our partner. Then our 50-50, baby, it ain't really 50ing. And if we're setting up our finances that way, we're setting up our finances to be dependent on another person for the basic, bare necessities of life. That creates a whole different level of codependence. And I really felt my sister when she said, it needs to be 100, because then everyone gets to come into the situation and choose whether or not they want to be there. I'm recognizing, as I look more objectively at the way Black families, marriages, finances, and households are set up. And I could say this because I do get to objectively see other households, other cultures, other groups of people's income and finances and how they structure them. I have many Indian American clients, I have many white American clients, and the cultural values of how they use money are so different. When we come into these situations and we create this codependency, it has emotional ramifications for how it plays out in these marriages, in these relationships, in the family dynamics. Black women get child support at a much lower rate than other groups of women. And I do statistical studies about this. I can put these studies into my videos, but y'all gonna have to pay me for that. Okay, y'all are getting these videos for free. So if you really, really want the science and the statistics behind the things that I'm saying, Google it for yourself. Google it for yourself. This is not information that's biased by my feminist perspective. This is just the truth of what it is. You can look into our communities, you can look into our family dynamics and see it for yourself. Everybody knows, we know the truth. There's no need for us to get on here and lie with each other. So a black woman's 50% isn't even realistically going to translate to 50%. And we have to stop allowing ourselves to be put into that type of situation with our men. If we're going to come into these relationships, we do need to come 100, because honestly, I mean, politics aside, feelings aside, race aside, culture aside, we have to come in hot like this because the way the economy is changing, most people can't even survive on their 100% anyway. So if somebody's coming to you with 50% of their 100%, there's a great likelihood that even working together, y'all are still going to be in struggle and generational poverty. So it's time for us as black women, if we have this education, if we have this access to resources, because our 100% still ain't going to constitute what Asian women, white women, Hispanic women, well, we do out earn Hispanic women right now. But it's still not going to constitute what they're bringing to the table in their 100%. So the least we can do is be bringing our 100% to any situation so that we have the ability to choose other people who are bringing their 100% as well. Because, baby, that 50-50 that they've been trying to get us to go, in my personal biased opinion, I feel like it is a way to keep black women rooted in poverty. This whole conversation we keep hearing about, y'all don't need us, is coming from that 50-50 dynamic. If men really had to provide 100% of what's needed, not even just to support a woman and children, but just for themselves. If you were more than a roommate to them, then there would be deeper dimensions of compatibility that they would actually have to bring to the table. There would be a need for therapy. There would be a need for education. There would be a need to come to the table with assets. That's that ownership word right there, with a financial picture that would make this person viable to be in a partnership with anybody. You know, these are people that are disqualified from credit, disqualified from, educational endeavors, disqualified from a lot of other facets of being able to participate in life. And now they're coming into your household as the head of it, or even just as your equal partner. Your equal partner should be able to contribute equally. They should be able to do, in the event that you can't, what you could do. That's what makes a equal yoke. So I think we need to take a step back as women, and we have considered love as being this thing that creates strong partnerships with us. I'm hearing vibe now, connection now, but like that one comedian said, when people leave, they don't ask for their love back.
Find somebody you like, because love can wear off. I ain't never seen somebody get divorced and be like, hey, I want my love back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like your person. If you like your person, you get through the tough times. Because all these little podcasts are gonna keep the black community single. Hey, them podcasts got us in the chokehold like cocaine in the 80s, like crack in the 80s. Don't listen, because eventually you gotta cooperate with the opposite sex to get the results you want. And that requires work. And can't nobody tell you what your person needs. These podcasts ain't gonna tell your one person need what they need. You need to listen to them.
we be wanting our money back, our time back, the resources that can actually be quantified as a loss. Nobody asked for their love back. So it's time for us to be so much more sober as women coming into these partnerships, because then we will, I hate to use the word force, but we will incentivize men to be able to be the type of partners that we will need in order to build the type of institutions that we want to live in. Then our community will begin to reflect the value systems that we as women have, because we have so much more power. we have so much more influence than we have been acting out. That whole accountability piece that they're wanting to hear us take accountability. Well, okay, this is what it looks like. But I'm eager to hear your opinions and see what your thoughts are in those comments. But listen, if you see what I see and you feel as I feel,
But if you see what I see, if you feel as I feel, and if you would seek as I seek,
you already know the drill. Go ahead and drop that fire headphones emoji in the comments. I look forward to engaging with you there. But until the next transmission, till the next episode, y'all can go ahead and clock out for me. See you in those comments.
Now, this is your place, but I am in charge of the girls. And you can just kiss my ass.